Say yo, shout out everybody tuning in. We got Team USA, U16, 5v5 America Cup team winning the four, not one, not two, not three, but four. It hit different when you win four straight gold medals. We ain't seen no L since Drake ended meet 2015. We've been getting back on Canada since 2015. It hit different when you've been getting back on Canada since 2015. The Canadians better go blame Drake. So look, in 2015, right, we had Alexis Morris leading the team, and Team USA take an unexpected first ever L to Brazil. You know, we still remember that. And since then, it's been bad for everybody. So Canada ended up knocking off Brazil in the championship. And we come back with the redeem team, right? So I don't know why. See, in this when they be like, man, what's wrong with women's basketball? It's the stories. Why we don't have no story on 2015 losing, the same year the Canadians beat us in rap with Meek and Drake. Okay, we'll take that. Canada got the gold, Brazil got the silver, USA got the bronze. We lost 72 to 63. We'll take that. Okay. But why we don't get no story about how 2017 the US put together the super team like the men did after they lost to Argentina and had to call Cole like, hey, Cole, we need one. And they brought Aaliyah. Now, hold on. Aaliyah Boston won MVP. But I do not think she should have been able to be on the team. Just like I don't think on the U19 team, I don't think Del Rosario should be on the team. If you from another country, respectfully, you need to play for your country. Like, it's a Dominican Republic team. You taking a spot from an American. It's not to you. This is to the people that make the rules. Y'all can't have a foreigner taking a spot from the Americans. But, so we come back with Aaliyah Boston, Zaya Cook, Kate. This might be the best team ever. Like, y'all let me know if y'all think this team this year could beat this team. Aaliyah Boston, Zaya Cook, this when they was all the same age as them. I'm saying at the same age, do you think this team this year could beat the Redeem team that came back and started this 4-year run? So you had Aaliyah Boston, Zaya Cook, AZ Fudd, Paige Beckers, Jordan Horston, Caitlin Clark. Am I missing somebody? Yeah, just everybody who's somebody. A Diamond Miller, all the leaguers, Celeste Taylor, like all the big names came back and they started this historic run. And now we on today, a day after knocking off Canada again. Blame Drake, 79 to 59. It's been bad. Like, I know Mexico upset. We almost beat them by 123 to 27. Started the tournament dominant, 124 to 39. We was holding opponents to an average of 39 points. I mean, everybody just was getting done dirty. And shout out to the whole team for showing up in the big moments. And it was a lot of pressure on Jerzy. Like, is Jerzy really, even me, I'm like, is Jerzy really that? And it hit different when Jerzy show up in the big game and she really that. Like, she really that. Behind the back passes, making players fall, in the post looking like Melo, with a mix on the offensive boards like Minnesota Kevin Love. Just everything you wanted, Jerzy gave. And along with breaking a lot of records, we're about to get to the records in a minute. But I also want to say, shout out, because before the game, I was going through Twitter and all that, right? And I seen a lot of people talking JC Alvey. Now, I had looked at the list, like, when they updated the 2026 rankings. So I'm going through, like, who, you know, because I always want to poke some hoes. Like, man, Jerzy probably ain't. She ain't that, you know, because I don't believe what nobody say. Like, you might tell me something, and I'm like, man, he lying. I don't believe that, so I don't believe nothing. I got to go see it for myself. And I really need the whole game before I can really judge if you really like that. You're not just going to like, for a lot of these scouts and stuff, they ain't hoop, and if they hoop, they wasn't at a hot, like, when we was at recess and stuff, they wasn't getting picked first, or they wasn't picking a team. They was like last or something like that, or just because, oh man, we got to pick, so it's just different for me because I was picking the team or picking first, or, I come on the team that had never won and come, win in the playoffs and showing up big. So I don't know. It's just a little bit different when I'm talking. So you can't just impress me how you impress them, but I can say I like the consistency of Jerzy. I like Jerzy off the catch. What else? I like how she attacked the boards. I like her attitude. She understand the moment. She understand that this ain't just basketball. This ain't backyard basketball no more. This show business. So she giving the people what they want to see in a show. JC Abby, I feel like she might have the highest upside from an all-around standpoint because at 6'1", she moves like a small guard. She's super athletic. I mean, you can just make a highlight reel of her blocking shots, just the ferocity of her blocking shots. I love her in transition. Like, every time it looked like she about to punch, like, I'll be looking like, dang, she gonna get up there? Her shot look fluent. Just everything she does look fluent. Like, if she grow about 2 more inches, it's really gonna be a problem for everybody. I think she'll be like a Collier. I think she'll be like a Collier. So let's go to what do I want to start with? Let's go to some of the history that Jerzy did. So she became, let me pull this up. So Jerzy became the youngest player to win MVP at 14. So September 11, make sure y'all hit Jerzy comment September 11 and tell her, from the island, we said happy birthday on September 11. She'll be turning 15. So at 14, she became the youngest MVP. Juju was the MVP last year. I think she was 15. She shattered the rebounds record in a single game with 21 against Columbia. The previous record was 16 with Betts. She averaged a double-double, joining Sienna Betts and Mercedes Russell in 2011 and Sienna in 2019. And her and McKenna Walesko both averaged 9 rebounds a game. The two became the first American teammates to average over 9 rebounds in competition history. So this team, I think those are the big parts we can get out of it, because it's such a mismatch at this point that they got to compete against history. We got to look for things like that. And I think a lot of people feel like Jerzy is that next phenom. And I seen throughout the comments, they weren't disappointed at all. In total points, she came right behind Juju with 104. Juju had 120. She third all time in points per game with 17.3. Juju at the top with 20 in 2021. And then we got Asia Durr above her at 18.4. The U.S. broke the rebound in the total record and the per game. The total 402 and the average 67.0. The previous record was 64.4. And the previous total was 379. So this was a dominant team. I mean, they just was turning teams over. I hate the press, like, on all levels, even like in the Nike Hoop Summit. Like, I just hate the press because it's like, y'all so much better than everybody else. Just, carry them a little bit. Like, this entertainment, like, let's see what they can do, man up. And let us see how our players look in man defense. Not man, but like a half court man where they just not so much panicking and throwing the turnover and and other teams like pack the paint at some point. Like they only shot, like the U.S. only shot like 27% from 3. Let's see how they look in a game where they just got to shoot a whole bunch of threes. Like, try something different, especially Canada. A lot of these other teams, I want to say Puerto Rico tried it, but they were so short that the U.S. still was just going over the top of them. But shout out to Lainey Grant, too. She shot, this was impressive when I was looking this up. She shot 70% from two. You know how we hear about 50, 40, 90? She shot 70, 40, 100. She shot 70% from two, 7 to 10. She shot 10 to 24 from three. That's 41.2%. She shot 100% from the free throw line. And on top of that, Jerzy won. Big Jerzy, she won up. Big Jerzy like the wave home free serve. But look, Jerzy wasn't the only one breaking records. We had Lainey Grant going 12 of 12 from the free throw line, which was another record. We had J.C. Abbey going 9 of 9, coming in number 2. So we got 2 more players breaking a free throw record, and they top Citron. She had 6. She went 6 of 6 in 2019. Let's see what else records we got. Okay. Yeah, but shout out Team USA. Y'all did y'all thing. The rest of the world, Canada, y'all got to blame Drake. The rest of the world, thanks for showing up. We appreciate y'all. Y'all fought hard. But, it's just our time right now. We still mad about 2015, so y'all gonna feel it. But let's get into the players and their school. Let's get their school some love, the jersey numbers, and standout games that I feel like if you gonna go back, like, say you like Jace, and you want to go back and be like, man, what game should I watch? You gonna know what game you should watch after this. So we got JC, this the starters. So we got JC Abbey, 15 years old, class of 2026, ranked number 9. She was jersey number 12, 6'1", Frisco Liberty High School in Plano, Texas. She from Plano, Texas. Her standout game for me was against Columbia, where she put up 13 points, 7 rebounds, 1 block, 2 assists, 0 turnovers, and shot 50% from 2. That's 4 of 8. And from 3, she was 1 of 2. And from the free throw line, she was 100% at 2 for 2. And we got Dariana Alexander, 6'1", 16 years old, number 4 in the class of 2025, jersey number 9, Purcell Marion High School, Cincinnati, Ohio. Her standout game for me was Columbia, where she put up 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. She shot 85% from the free throw line, 6 of 7, and she went 4-10 from the field, 40%, and she had a plus-minus of 47. Next, we got Haley Swain, 5'9". Shout out to her pops. 16 years old. You could tell, I said that because you can tell that he works in skill development because you can see it on her. Like, she's very poised as a guard, and she don't do too much. That's pretty much what I'm saying. She don't do too much, and I love how she look in transition. But she's 16 years old. She number 18 in the class of 2025, jersey number 6. She's a Stanford commit. She goes to Holy Innocents Episcopal High School, and her hometown is Marietta, Georgia. Her standout game for me was Mexico, where she had a 51 plus minus. She went 7 of 8 from 2. That's 87.5%. She scored 15 points and had 3 steals. Next, it's none other than the MVP for the whole tournament. Again, double-double, breaking records. It was a lot of talk. Is she this? Is she that? And she silenced all haters, including me being a potential hater. I couldn't even say nothing after the game. So she averaged 17.3 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 2 assists throughout the tournament. For me, her standout game was the final game, the gold medal game, where she dropped 24 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists. And it wasn't just like the numbers. Like, she really looks like on defense, she was sturdy. The flashy passes, just everything that you would expect. Like, if you be like, I'm going to see LeBron, you want to see that pull back dunk, you might want to see that LeBron fadeaway. She gave you everything that you would expect to see from a Jersey Robinson peak game. And 24 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 62.5% from 2. That's 10 of 16, 80% from the free throw line, 4 or 5. And it's a couple other games. You can go see her big where she broke the rebound record, but this one was that game for me. And another standout, McKenna Willisco, 6'2" forward, 15 years old, number 4 in the class of 2026. She wore jersey number 13, Archbishop Midi High School. Oh yeah, hold on. For Jersey. Jersey number 5, number 1 in the class of 2026. Now she listed as 6'1" on USA, but on ESPN she listed at 5'11". We'll give her 6 foot. She wore jersey number 5. She go to Desert Vista High School, but she just transferred to Sierra Canyon. It hit different when you one of the ones and you transfer to Sierra Canyon, and she from Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out to Phoenix. But back to Monica Willisco, no disrespect. 6'2" forward, 15 years old, number 4 in the class of 2026. Wore jersey number 13, Archbishop High School in California. She from San Bruno, California, and her standout game for me was in the semifinals against Argentina, where she dropped 24 points, 13 rebounds, and had a 47 plus minus. She shot 73.3% from the field goal range and went that's 11 to 15. So that's your starters. Now let's get to the bench. Next up, we got Trinity Jones, 6'1" guard, 15 years old, number 6 in the class of 2026. She wore jersey number 11. She goes to Naperville Central High School, and she from Naperville, Illinois. Shout out to Candace Parker. Her standout game for me was against Puerto Rico in game 1, where she dropped 19 points, 9 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 blocks, and she went 8 of 9 from the field goal, and that's 88%. Now, I like what I seen from Trinity. Like, she real long. I kept getting, I want to say she had on the headband. Her and somebody else, they was confusing me, but she real long. That's one thing about this team. It was a long, great, small ball team because they could almost rotate everything. Outside of Kelsey Andrews, she was more of a traditional post-up big, but outside of her, it was just length and athleticism, and they could just switch everything. But she was one of those ones that I could be like, I could see her moving up a little bit from number 6 for the class of 2026. But JC, I could definitely see JC in that top. Like, JC, even when JC, like, would miss, it still was one of them, like, man, it just, her game just looks so pure to me. Like, I don't know, man. I think if she, like, start just hit a few of them shots, I think everybody walking away like, man, she the one, so I won't be surprised if she move up either. But next up, we got Lainey Grant. She led the team in 3-point percentage again. Remember I said a lot of people go 50, 40, 90. What I say? She went 70. What she go? 70, 50, 100 or some crazy stuff like that. So 5'9" guard. She 15 years old. Number 20 in the class of 2026. North Carolina commit. She wore jersey number 10. She go to James River High School. She from Mid-Lithonia, Virginia. I ain't never heard of that, but she putting it on. And her standout game for me was against Argentina, where she dropped 20 points, 3 assists. She went 100% from the free throw line and 100% from the 2-point line, 3 of 3. And she went 50% from the 3-point line at 3 of 6. Next, we got Kelsey Andrews, the traditional back down big. The first game, now I had seen people tweeting about her too. I want to say the FBC United crowd, like, oh, Kelsey, go Kelsey. Now that first game, like she I seen some things. But the Mexico game is what stood out to me. She's 6'3", center, 15 years old, number 10 in the class of 2026. She wore jersey number 15. She go to Auburn High School, and she from Hazel Green, Alabama. In her standout game against Mexico, she dropped 12 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and she had a 35 plus minus. She went 6 of 8 from the field. That's 75%. Next, we got Addison Bjorn, 6'1" guard, 15 years old, number 8 in the class of 2026. She wore jersey number 4. She goes to Park Hill South High School. She from Parkville, Missouri. And her standout game for me was game 1 against Puerto Rico, where she dropped 9 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. And she went 4-9 from 2 at 44%. Next, we talking Lola Lampley. Now, she had a couple plays. Now, I was getting her and Trinity confused, like spins in the post. It really stood out. I like that. So, she's 6'2", 15 years old. She number 12 in the class of 2026. Jersey number 14. She goes to Lawrence Central High School. She from Fishers, Indiana. And her standout game for me was against the Dominican Republic, where she dropped 10 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. She went 80% from the free throw line, 4 or 5, and she went 3 or 4 from 2, 75%. Next, we got Aaliyah Crump, 6'1", 15 years old, class of 2025. She ranked number 9. Her jersey number for the USA, this game, her jersey number was number 7. She go to Minnetonka High School. She from Shakopee, Minnesota. She dropped 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. She went 5 or 6 from 2, 83.3%. And she went 2 or 4 from 3, 50%. And that was in the Dominican Republic game. And last, we got Jordan Jackson, 6'1" guard, 15 years old, number 3 in the class of 2026. She wore jersey number 8. She go to Sidwell France High School. She from the District of Columbia, and her standout game for me was against Mexico, where she dropped 17 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. She went 6 or 6 from 2 and 2 or 2 from the free throw line, and she had a 52 plus minus against Mexico, and it was coached by Dan Rofels. Shout out to the whole team for winning the gold medals. Shout out to Jersey. The standouts for me, Jersey and JC. Jersey, JC, and I'm going to say well, let's go to. Because hers was just a little bit different. Like, it was sneaky, but, you know, we putting pressure on the world for what y'all did to the USA in 2015, and just blame Drake. Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. It's all love. Shout out to all the kids for winning gold, bringing the gold back home to America. I'm out, brother.